I know what you're thinking. Mine's bigger than yours, right?
Happy Thursday, everybody, and away we go. That's
DJ, spin that shit.
I already hit the start button. So
Damn
it's
it.
too late. We're 5 seconds in. You're just wasting time.
Damn it! All right, so maybe we should dig in. I'll start this with a fun fact.
Okay.
Do you know a book exists? And yes, I ordered it on Amazon. It's called Seagology.
I did not.
Someone who is just like you and me sat down and watched all of his movies and poured through all of Steven Seagal lore and has created the definitive academic study of Steven Seagal. Not just his movies, of Steven Seagal.
What was happening?
Who's the boss?
He's out there teaching the class. That's interesting. It just broke down. Well, as you can see, it's clear that from 2014 to 2019, he gained about 70 pounds.
This is what we call neoclassically fat Steven Seagal.
Yeah, it's kind of all bridged out.
AKA the Entenmann years.
Everyone knows that neoclassical Seagal is the best era of Seagal. As you can see, it takes place from 85 to 93.
That's honestly, I think, where you'd cap it, because I'm going to look at his filmography here.
You can see here he was wearing the same tux to all of the movie openings. And right here in 94 is when he rips a button.
Yeah, I think if you cap peak Seagal from 88, which is when he did Above the Law, to 92, which was Under Siege, that's where you get peak Seagal. Because as soon as you get to On Deadly Ground, which he wrote and directed. Ooh. Are you familiar with the end of that movie?
No, which one's that?
He's fighting eco-terrorists, and he delivers a 20-minute monologue before Congress about we must protect our oceans and the creatures that live in them.
I have never seen this, I don't think. A Seagal that I haven't seen is pretty rare. I'm going to have to go back and check that one out.
Wow, your credibility is shot.
Oh, no. When did Exit Wounds happen?
Exit Wounds was 2001.
Yeah. See, that's it's not the golden age of Seagal, but it's certainly the silver age.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would call it the type 2 diabetes age, where
when everything started tasting like apple juice.
His piss just reeked of birthday cake.
This is, we'll have to ask. That was the one thing. He's on the stand. Someone's like, his piece tasted sweet like apple juice. That's a lie!
God damn it, they got me.
Yeah, I'm going away. Oh, no.
He's just making Exit Wounds with DMX, and DMX is like, God damn, why does your piss always reek like cake? Like freshly baked and frosted sheet cake.
Has to take a half-hour break.
I can smell it from my trailer.
Oh, that's awful.
Did you ever see the Seagal, The Patriot?
The Patriot.
Which I'm pretty sure came out the year before Mel Gibson, The Patriot
Was
came
he a
out.
police officer in The Patriot?
No, even better. This one's great, dude. He fights fat, bearded redneck bioterrorists. I'll read you the plot synopsis. This is a great one. Near the town of Enos, Montana.
Ooh, Enos.
Local doctor and former government research immunologist Wesley McLaren.
And that's him.
Which is Steven Seagal. He's a fucking immunologist.
It's just him sticking people with needles the whole...
Well, he has an interest in herbal medicine, and he's also...
This is going to make everything taste like tin for 3 days. Not that you'll know. And then he breaks their neck.
But you'll be off your period, at least. On top of being an immunologist and an aspiring naturopath, he is also a weapons and self-defense expert. Just to sprinkle that in there. He's called to a hospital when people start dying from an unknown but very deadly disease. He determines it's a dangerous airborne virus and calls in a biological response team who seal off the town while doctors start treating sufferers with a vaccine.
This is a bioweapon.
The source of the virus is traced to a local self-styled rebel militia leader, Floyd Chisholm.
What town is this supposed to take place in? This sleepy Montana town.
Enos, Montana.
Right, yeah.
So Floyd Chisholm, who again, when they say self-styled rebel militia leader, I mean Larry the Cable Guy. He's fat and bearded.
That would be incredible.
Can you imagine?
Just Larry the Cable Guy and Steven Seagal in an action film.
You guys are making a vaccine, huh? Get her done.
well, we're going to have to go ahead and attack the people in the town. Like just
Good Lord, my sister.
Bill Engvall makes an appearance. This is number 2.
You might be a bioterrorist. Or was that Foxworthy?
That was
You might be a
Foxworthy,
redneck.
I can't remember. Bill Engvall was, here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
They all had it. They all had that thing.
If you've ever led a militia to cordon off a town with a deadly bioweapon, you might be a redneck.
Those guys just like made more money than God and fucked off the planet, basically. Where
the fuck
Collar
are any
Comedy
of them?
Tour made them a stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
Because Comedy Central put that on forever. There was like a decade when it was just Blue Collar Comedy Tour, and they had a television show,
I have it on DVD upstairs. Blue Collar Comedy Tour rides again.
and they sold DVDs,
Yeah.
and that was syndicated all over the freaking country. They made a shit ton of money off that. And I think they just fucked up. Well, I'm going to my island that I bought, hanging out with Branson.
Get her done.
Yeah, and off they fucked. So Steven Seagal,
Steven Seagal, who was also on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
he just was. Oh, it broke my hand. I just can't think about.
I'm pretty sure they
something to hang
infect
it
his daughter, too, with the virus in this movie. Anyway, if you want to watch Steven Seagal fight fat terrorists,
Here's a question for you. What would you say, because you're looking at the list, what would you say was Steven Seagal's worst film?
I don't know, Rory, which genocide that's taken place in the history of the world is the worst one? Are we going strictly by the numbers or the ideology behind it?
Whether it was like accidental, like
This
Mao
is not
Zedong and
quantifiable. Yeah, I mean, like, are we talking Stalin gassing his own people? Like, that's...
Yes. Yeah, go ahead then. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
I'm not sure, man. The thing is, I definitely haven't seen every single, because it's just his output through the 2000s, through the aughts and the 2010s is fucking absurd. He hasn't made anything this year, but like he was so prolific from goddamn, basically, he was making like 3 movies. Jesus Christ. 2005, he made 6 movies.
Yeah, he just churned them out.
I mean, he puts out so much, so I can't even answer that.
Didn't he make one with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Did he?
Did he make a movie with him? Or am I thinking of someone else?
I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin's in The Condemned.
No, it wasn't the
He's
Condemned.
also in The Expendables.
Yeah, see, no, Steven Seagal wasn't invited to be in The Expendables.
No, because he was beefing with Avi Arad, who was one of the producers.
Yeah. He broke my wrist.
He's just breaking everyone's wrist.
Everyone's wrists all over Hollywood.
Sean Connery pissed him off, I guess, when it was...
Stupid fool doesn't know how to choreograph. The
What
scene.
movie was it? Oh, it was on Never Say Never Again. It was like the unofficial, like not canon Bond that he did when Roger Moore was still Bond
Interesting.
in '83. And
They brought Steven Seagal into choreographed fights?
You're correct. Steven Seagal was the fight choreographer on Never Say Never Again, so he was doing that in '83, and I think Above the Law was '88. So yeah, he broached in doing like martial arts training, and Sean Connery pissed him off, so he broke Sean Connery's wrist, and Sean Connery didn't figure it out until like 10 years later.
Oh, wow. Like, yeah, he just popped something in his wrist and he just didn't know.
And you're like, this is an old-ass break. And he's, must have been that portly fellow with the receding hairline.
That one did hurt, yes.
He's the white fellow who acted like he was Chinese. My granddaughter says Chinaman just slur.
Yeah, Sean Connery was... I remember there was that interview where he was talking about being like, well, if they get out of place, you can smack them in the mouth.
Oh, yeah, he apparently in like the 60s in Playboy was like, yeah, if a woman mouths off to you, just give it a good smack.
Yeah, just give her a smack in the mouth.
And I think it was Barbara Walters was like, do you stand by that, Mr.
He's like,
Connery?
yes, I do.
He
Still
was. He's like,
does.
well, you know.
I feel like Sean Connery is probably living somewhere in a castle in Scotland, horribly senile.
Yeah, he thinks he's going golfing, but it's just him like spending all day trying to take a piss.
This is him hitting balls inside of his castle. Mr.
Just
Connery,
keep hitting him in the head,
that
making it
stained
worse.
glass has been here since the 1700s. Smash!
That was back when the goddamn Irish had control of it.
I was the Highlander. No, you weren't. I was in the movie. Yes, Mr. Connery. Whack! And he just
Get over
smashes
here.
through another fucking window.
Please don't hit me, Mr. Connery. No, far from it. You're going to hit me. I want you to cane me with this 5-wood.
And a fat Seagal shows up with an MP5K. I'm here to finish the job, old man. I knew you were going to come.
I've been waiting
And
for
they
you.
fight with swords.
They fight with diabetic syringes, shooting them out of blowguns at each other.
I don't care how, but it'd be a glorious fight between a very old a Sean Connery and a very fat old Steven Seagal.
Who you got in that one? Who's your money on?
Sadly, Steven Seagal, because I feel like he's still got a little bit of mobility.
A little bit.
Well, it's like I got to feel that Sean Connery's probably pretty frail right now.
He's probably frail, but Steven Seagal...
He's like, I've got to get out of here, and he just collapses down the stairs.
Steven Seagal does all of his fights sitting down.
You're never going to stop me with my paper skin. And just, no way. Oh,